everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Hop Takes while we continue the summer of no real main episodes. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And tonight we are bringing you KBS again, but this time it is probably one of the most exciting variants that's come out in a really long time for Milwaukee beer review reasons. Now, if you're not familiar, if you haven't seen our past episodes, Founders Brewing Company out of Michigan comes out with KBS every single year. In fact, it's a year-round beer now. It's a bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout brewed with coffee. Has always been a really good one. They've been releasing all these unique variants. Check the links below for some of the other videos that we've done. But this time around, Ross, they decided to use your favorite beer adjunct in a KBS. What is that, Ross? Can you tell everybody what that is?
So just to preface this, I cannot tell you how not excited I am for this episode. Like, as soon as I saw this coming out, I was cursing it because I knew we were going to have to review it. And I don't want to do this because I have very low expectations. But, of course, KBS, as a big middle finger to me, came out with Blueberry as the variant this year.
Blueberry.
Like, to me, it doesn't make... I'm just going to say this up front. It doesn't make any sense to do Blueberry in a coffee bourbon barrel beer. To me,
why don't you hold off on your opinions until you've tried it? Now, I disagree. I actually think I'm probably going to like this. And the reason why I think I'm going to like this is because a couple years ago, we tried a beer from Founders called the Lizard of Kaz, which they don't make anymore, at least not actively. And it is a blueberry version of the... Do they still make it?
They make it, but it's not blueberry anymore. I think it's actually like watermelon or something. It's like a different, yeah.
Well, the blueberry one I thought was really, really good when we tried it a few years ago. But this is the KBS variant with those blueberries. So on the bottle, it says, it's time to celebrate 2 decades of barrel aging imperial stouts with KBS Blueberry. In honor of the 20th anniversary of KBS, we've given this legendary beer a dose of Michigan blueberries. Are they known for that? I don't know. The alluring aroma of dessert brings you in, while layers of vanilla, coffee, chocolate, oak, and bourbon barrel notes become more profound with every sip. A sweet and sophisticated tribute to a world-renowned beer. This was bottled on 7/11/23. It is early September. So about a month and a half in the bottle. You say we crack this thing open and give people what they really want. Your reaction.
Did you see the ABV on this?
ABV is 11.2%. So I think most KBS variants are around 12.
Oh, I thought they were all around at this point, but okay, I'll take your word for it.
And I got my, you've got it too. Fancy CBS Founders glass. So pour this thing out.
I mean, it's got that classic KBS look. You know, the dark beer with the tan kind of bourbon barrel-ish head on it. Good head, at least for me.
I can already smell it.
I know. Good Lord.
Let's just put this thing on the nose and see what we got.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, it's just so much blueberry.
It smells very blueberry-y.
Like, there was hoping it would be like an off, like just like a little hint of it, and everything else. No, that's all blueberry.
I'm getting a really nice blueberry scent, but I am also getting like coffee and chocolate on the nose as well. I think they're there. I don't think any of these variants of KBS have had any sort of spirit character on the nose that we've tried. Like, it's always super faint.
No, this to me, like I'm getting that chocolate. I'm getting that little bitterness from the chocolate. But to me, the blueberry is overpowering for me.
Yeah, which, again, it's a blueberry variant of KBS. If you're going to do it, right? So, well, let's try this thing out. Cheers, buddy.
Oh my god. It's just so packed with blueberry. Like, it feels like it tastes like chocolate covered blueberries to me. There's like a little bit of coffee. I don't really get any vanilla. To your point, like I don't get any bourbon on this, but that blueberry is so strong. There's a tartness to it because of that. Um, I mean, if you like blueberry, this is the beer for you. If you don't, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah. It starts off very tart. Like the front end is tart. You get the blueberries right away. The coffee brings a bitterness along with it, though. This is
Yeah.
probably one of the more coffee forward, like where I'm getting the bitterness of the coffee. I don't recall getting as much of that in like the Mackinac Island Fudge variant, whatever that one was called, or even the chocolate cherry one. I don't remember getting as much coffee. This one,
Hazelnuts. I mean, but that makes more sense. But hazelnut, I remember getting some coffee. There is a bitterness there for the coffee. I think there's a chocolate bitterness with the coffee bitterness kind of combined in there. The coffee comes in late for me, and when I get up front is like that chocolate blueberry. I think because of the aroma that's why I get in the aroma, so that's when I'm getting the front part of the palate. But to me, like I'll just say this, like I know it's by design. I'm not saying that this was done poorly, but that tartness that comes along with this is very off-putting for me.
I know where you're going. I know why you're getting that. I think it adds like it's tart and then it's like sour and like this like sour tart note kind of lingers on the tongue. And with these big barrel aged stouts, that usually means something not good.
Yeah. And I'm not
And
saying at
so
all like it's made poorly. Like I know that's like what they're going for. Like I'll say this: what they're going for, they hit. Like it tastes like what they're going for.
they did.
I just don't like it. It's not. This is not for me in any way.
I do like this. Um, but it's also not up there as tops for KBS variants for me either. Like I could do without this. Like this isn't needed for me. It's kind of a fun little change of pace type beer for me, but I could do without this. Like
This is the
this isn't
worst one
something.
by far. I'm sorry, it is. And like I'm saying this from
You think this is worse than the cinnamon vanilla one?
I would drink that over this.
Yeah, I guess with your affinity towards blueberries, that's probably the case.
And let me preface this. Like, if we're talking about the quality of like how it's made and everything, this actually probably ranks somewhere in the middle for as far as all the KBS goes, because they hit the flavor profiles really well. I want to make sure I can make that clear. Like, my dislike of this beer is a personal preference thing only. It's actually really well made. I think the flavors come out really nice. I think they blend really well nice together if you like that. I think some of the other KBS ones we've done, to your point, the one you just mentioned, the cinnamon vanilla one, I think the espresso one I kind of put in there, like the hazelnut one too. The flavor profiles just didn't come out; they weren't there.
Sure.
I thought the chocolate cherry was pretty good. I thought we both like the Mackinac one a lot.
Yeah.
So this is why I probably have this for somewhere in the middle as far as like the quality of what they were going for.
So for anybody that's watching, so all 30 of you, like don't listen to him because he hated this beer before he even took the first sip. Listen to me. It's good. It's exactly what it should be. They honestly did this exactly how they should have. It's blueberry forward. It absolutely should be. If you're into all the different KBS variants, my personal preference on this, and I do like blueberry, is that this is on the lower end of those KBS variants. And it's just because I'm not as big of a fan of how those flavors mesh, even though I do like them. You're not getting vanilla, you're not getting spirit, you're getting coffee, but it's mostly bitterness. It's not like a nice fresh coffee flavor. But I do like this. It's very desserty. It's something that I could have after a bite to eat or something like that and be perfectly happy with it. So if I'm putting this in Untappd, I'm putting this at a 3.75 because I think it's really well made. I still think it's on the lower end of the KBS variants, but I think it's still well done, and I would drink another one of these if someone handed it to me.
I'm going personal preference only and not the quality of the beer. I'm giving this 2.25. I just don't like this. This is bad. It is not my style. And you're right. I didn't like it before I opened it. And everything I'm tasting is exactly why I didn't like it before I opened it.
All right, well, founders, if you're watching, you need to start brewing your beers for Ross. And only Ross. You can take anything away from this video. No, this was fun. I did not expect you to like this. If you did like it, I was going to be absolutely blown away, and that meant I would have probably liked it a lot more too. But I still think it was decent. Thanks for checking out another KBS video with us here on Milwaukee Beer Review. Check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Untappd, kinda. We are on X. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. And I need to get my butt on there recording some more videos for y'all. And we're also here on YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see all of you in the next episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.